आज हम पढ़ेंगे द लिटिल गर्ल चैप्टर नंबर 3, क्योंकि इससे पहले हम लोग पढ़ चुके हैं चैप्टर नंबर 2 द पोएम विंड। बिफोर यू रीड, डू यू फील यू नो योर पेरेंट्स बेटर नाउ than when you were much younger? Perhaps you now understand the reasons for some of their actions that used to upset you earlier. This story about a little girl whose feelings for her father changed from fear to understanding will probably find an echo in every system. To the little girl, he was a figure to be feared and avoided. Every morning before going to work, he came into her room and gave her a casual kiss, to which she responded with "Goodbye, father." And oh, there was a glad sense of relief when she heard the noise of a carriage growing fainter and fainter down the long road. In the evening, when he came home, soon she stood near a staircase and heard his loud voice in the hall. "Bring my tea into the drawing room. Hasn't the paper come yet? Mother, go and see if my paper out there and bring me my slippers." Kezia, mother would call to her. "If you are a good girl, you can come down and take up father's boot." Slowly the girl would slip down the stairs, more slowly still across the hall, and push open the drawing room door. By that time he had his spectacles on and looked at her over them in a way that was terrifying to the little girl. "Well, Kezia, hurry up and pull off these boots and take them outside. Have you been a good girl today?" "I don't know, father," Kezia replied. "You don't know? If you stutter like that, mother will have to take you to the doctor." Here we see that the Kezia little girl speaks very much. That his father is referring that if you stutter like this, if you always speak, then your mother will bring you to the doctor for injection. Like we fear every child with injection. She never stuttered with other people, had quite given it up, but only with father, because then she was trying so hard to say the words properly. "What is the matter? What are you looking so wretched about? Mother, I wish you taught this child not to appear on the brink of suicide." Here Kezia carry might take up back to the table carefully. He was so big, his hands and his neck, especially his mouth when he yawned. Thinking about him alone was like thinking about a giant. On Sunday afternoons, grandmother sent her down to the drawing room to have a nice talk with father and mother, but the little girl always found mother reading and father stretched out on the sofa, his handkerchief on his face, his feet on one of the best cushions, sleeping soundly and snoring. You can see in the picture the father is sleeping on the sofa, the mother is reading any magazine or newspaper, and little Kezia is worried. She didn't find anyone to talk to. This is very beautiful sketch. The little girl always found mother reading, father stretched out on the sofa. She sat on a stool, gravely watched them until he woke and stretched and asked the time, then looked at her. "Don't stare so, Kezia. You look like a little brown owl." One day when she was kept indoors with a cold, her Grandmother told her that father's birthday was next week and suggested she should make him pin cushion for a gift out of a beautiful piece of yellow silk. Laboriously, with a double curtain, the little girl stitched three sides, but what to fill it with? That was the question. Cushion means she was making a pillow. She stitched it from three sides, but it was hollow, so she was worried what to fill inside. The grandmother was out in the garden and she wandered into mother's bedroom to look for scraps. Scraps, small pieces of clothes or paper that are not needed, that are useless, to fill into the cushion. On the bed table, she discovered a great many sheets of fine papers. Great many means very much. Gathered them up, tore them into tiny pieces, and stuffed her case. Then sewed up the fourth side. The night there was a hue and cry in the house. Father's great speech for Paul authority had been lost. Rooms were searched, servants questioned. Finally, mother came into Kijia's room. Kiji, I suppose you didn't see some papers on a table in our room? Oh, yes, she said. I tore them up for my surprise. What? Screamed mother. Come straight down.